City of Houston downtown. A documentary tracing the history of Tejanos, Texans of Mexican descent, all the way back to the 1500s, will be screened this Saturday at the University of Houston downtown. To learn more about Los Tejanos, a 500-year history, we are joined now by its producer, Jerry Wachter. Jerry, welcome to Houston Matters. Good morning.
Hi, how do you do? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Why did you want to chronicle the 5-century history of Texans of Mexican descent?
Well, first and foremost, it's an American story, and it's a very important one and one that few know about. Currently, in this year, 2026, we're celebrating the 250th birthday of America, but the history of the Tejano people in the region of South Texas goes back at least 500 years to the first time when conquistadors met with indigenous peoples on the shorelines of that region.
Who do you talk with in the film?
Oh, 100 plus people. We have a variety of renowned historians, ranchers, artists, everyday people, policymakers, educators. Goodness, the variety is vast. And as a result, we have a really beautifully framed story from so many perspectives, whether it's personal, specifically historical. The histories that we are presenting here have also only been published within the last number of decades. These histories were kept out of textbooks previously, have also not been funded previously for research. So the enormity of the efforts of the historians that have put decades of their lives into retrieving these histories, recovering them, and writing about them is a big and part of what allowed us to be able to make this film.
Can you give an example or two of some aspects of Tejano history that we tend not to know but should?
Well, Tejanos did not immigrate to the United States. They were all in the present area of South Texas at the time that the United States took Texas over. The term Tejas, Texas, Tejano, Texan, has an origin in Spanish history that was brought over with the Spaniards in the 1500s. Other pieces regarding women and women's economic rights, which are unique in the history. And also at the time that the Anglos arrived in the state of Texas, before it was officially a state, it was a province at that time. There were already full court systems, cities built, whole communities that had governance in a way that did not exist anywhere else between what was being settled on the East Coast up to that point. So it's quite unique and also unheard of. And response when we've done either work in progress screenings or the more recent screenings of the completed film has been tremendous. Tejanos themselves come to us with such remarkable response because for the first time they are learning a tremendous amount about their own histories. They're getting to see themselves on screen, learning stories about their ancestors, the incredible contributions that they have made to the United States over the millennia of their existence, and just the remarkable resilience and fight that the Tejano people have to have pushed back against land dispossession, as well as tremendous discrimination and murder en masse. And not so too long ago history, sadly. So these stories are really important to tell. And we were just more than grateful to have this opportunity.
Can you maybe give an example of a story that maybe you didn't know about before embarking on this project?
Well, I mentioned the economic rights of women in the state of Texas, which was unique to the country. And it was in part due to Tejano women that had inherited, because unlike Anglo laws, women are not allowed to inherit directly. Under Spanish law, women were, and those women who were able to inherit directly through land grants, for example, fought for the rights of all women of Texas to maintain those economic capabilities.
Can you mention one or two of the Tejano women that you specifically cite in this?
I think maybe the film can tell a lot of that. When people see it, there's a lot of elements of surprise, I think, that people will learn about, and I'd like for them to see it first.
All right. Well, how about the traditions and history of vaqueros, Mexican cowboys and ranchers? What should we know
Oh,
about them?
vaquero. Well, yeah, it's a vaquero culture. Vaquero history is a tremendous part of the story of the Tejanos. It's only a part of, but it's an important one because it contributes tremendously to the ranching industry of this country, as well as it taught the art of ranching, the art of horseback. Um, and the vaquero story itself is one of tremendous resilience and fortitude. Life as a vaquero certainly was not an easy one. And today's vaqueros, while they don't necessarily have the same exact challenges they did in the past, because we now fence cattle versus when they did many hundreds of years ago. So in some ways, their job has gotten a bit easier, but no less important to helping to feed this country.
The Harris County Hispanic Cultural Heritage Commission and Latino Educational Archival Programs, or LEAP, will hold a free screening of the documentary Los Tejanos, A 500-Year History, this Saturday night at 7 at the Cullen Robertson Auditorium on the UH downtown campus. Jerry Wachter produced the film. Jerry, thank you very much.
Thank you.